we have to get started. So, good morning. Welcome. Today is March 12th, 2026. The VCB TDC board meeting this morning. I'd like to call the meeting to order, and please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And after that, please remain standing for a moment of silence. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Would like to, Tamara?
Yeah, I want to share with you. Some of you know Michael Passeri, and some of you may not. But Michael, on Tuesday, I received word that one of our founding members of the Lee County Tourist Development Council, Mr. Michael B. Passeri, had passed away less than a month before his 100th birthday. Michael served on the TDC for more than a decade, and upon his retirement was named a TDC member emeritus. He was a World War II Navy veteran and also served in the Foreign Services from 1954 to 1970. While he was on leave from the Foreign Services, he bought a home in North Fort Myers in 1959. He began a second career in 1970 when he became a trust officer at Edison National Bank. And then, while he was working there, he met a bank customer named Bob Taylor, who had recently formed the Mariner Group. And of course, they got to be very good friends, and Bob invited Michael to manage a newly acquired boutique hotel, the Song of the Sea on Sanibel, and thus began a long and highly respected hospitality career that included leading South Lee's Plantation as executive VP and GM. As Southwest Florida tourism grew, so did Michael's roles. In addition to serving on the TDC, he was president and chairman of Marquise Hotel and Resorts, GM of the Sundial, president of the American Hotel and Lodging Association, and named Florida Hotelier of the Year in 1986. He was also the president of the International Hotel Association in 1997. After retiring, he held leadership roles with Barbara B. Mann Performing Arts Hall and the Southwest Florida Symphony. And for those of you who want to attend his services, they're being planned for Monday, March 16th at the Harvey Englehart Funeral Home on Colonial. Time to be announced probably later today or tomorrow. So I will keep you in the loop on that, but let's have a nice moment of silence for Michael.
Thank you. Thank you, Tamara, for doing that introduction. It's definitely Michael's deserving for that, for everything he did for his country, for what he did for the area. It's just unbelievable that what we all do, we all have our roles in life, and the gentleman spent 99 years and definitely made an impact.
Absolutely.
Amazing. So, again, and our prayers with his family. So thank you. We can do the roll call, please.
Commissioner Cecil Pendergrass.
Here.
Councilman Listen Bochette.
Present.
Jay Johnson.
Here.
Rob Wells.
Here.
Bill White-Chulis.
Good morning.
Brian Kramer.
Good morning.
Councilman Bill Steinke.
Here.
Councilwoman Lori Fahey. Councilman Nigel Bullock. Vice Mayor Scott Safford.
Here.
John Lai.
Here.
Vice Mayor Holly Safford, Karen Cronin, and Tony Lackey are excused. We do have a quorum.
Great, thank you, and thank you all for being here. At this time, we'll do a presentation of the CGSP designation, and Crystal will come up for that.
Good morning, Council. I'm Crystal Wonke, Customer Service Training for the Guest First program. Thank you so much for your time today to recognize two organizations who have, committed to elevating service excellence in Lee County. Because of our partnership with the American Hotel Lodging Education Institute, we're able to bring this nationally recognized certification to Lee County's workforce. When an organization commits all of their frontline employees to complete the Guest First program and earn their CGSP, they then qualify for a guest service property designation. And with that, I'd like to invite Commissioner Cecil Pendergrass as well as Executive Director Tamara Pygott up to the front to present the plaques. Our first plaque is presented at the City of Sanibel's Recreation Center. Not only will visitors feel warm weather when they're on the island, they also feel a warm welcome. So Gabrielle, please join us up front and the rest of your team to accept your plaque. It's an honor to present the next certified guest service property designation to the Lee County Visitor and Convention Bureau.
Sure. I'll take it.
You been there?
If you're interested in learning more about the Guest First program, that information can be found at Lee VCB. Our summer schedule will be released in May with classes starting in June. I hope to see quite a few of you there. Congratulations to the Sanibel Rec Center and the VCB. Thank you so much for your time.
And as a reminder, what that means is that every single person on the team has their certification to earn that, every frontline person. So it's a big, big deal to any community, any entity that wants to commit to that. It's a big deal. So,
Great, thank you.
big congratulations.
Okay, next we'll need the approval of the February 12, 2026 TDC minute minutes. If I could get a motion for that.
So moved.
Second.
A second, any discussion? Any public comment on that action? Any corrections? No? Any objections? No objection, motion is carried. Thank you. Any public comment to be heard at this time? Anybody here from the public? To be heard? Okay. Municipalities to be heard. I'm sorry.
No, we definitely.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you?
Allison, you're going during public? No. Oh, sorry. We have it on a special line.
Yeah. Pros
Special. Well, you are special.
Pros number 8 here. So municipalities to be heard.
Good morning, Ashley Anderson, City of Cape Coral. First, I want to go through some visitor impact from our past events. Erica, my colleague, was here last time filling in for me, so she might have mentioned a few of these that were upcoming at the time. Thanks to actually VCB for making the referral for the Model T Ford International Club. We're so happy that we amplified their visit and we had a little car show and that gained 500 visitors to that. We had ice cream social as well. It was really a cute event. And then just to take it from there, they also made their way through the parking lots of our assisted living and memory care facilities, which I thought was really sweet. Also, Cape Bike Night that happened on February 14th on Valentine's Day, 9,000 visitors. And then the Burrowing Owl Festival came in at 2,300 visits. I thought this would be important to have a dedicated slide because we also had our PPA tournament that had massive impact not only in our at the tournament itself and our concessions, but also economic impact throughout Lee County. And so I put some stats there because everyone knows I love a stat. Streamed live on YouTube. In just the final round, we saw 164,000 people tune in just from that one tournament between the two winners. So we were really shocked and excited to see that. And then we had in person about 7,000 across the week visitors. And of course, that means that a lot of people came several times during that week. And then 35% of the visitors traveled from out of state for this tournament to participate in the tournament and to support the participants as well. And we saw that actually Hawaii was our second draw, which was a surprising, interesting fact. And then we saw about $2 million of direct visitor spending, and we had 1,360 registered players that competed across that week, and 3 million or over 3 million total economic output for Lee County, and that goes across restaurants, hotel stays, and all of those that were calculated. And you can see some photos from there. Now, coming up in the Cape, we have 3 events that I want to let you know about so that you can disseminate this information. Sounds of Jazz and Blues is always a great draw on March 28th, and that's going to be at the Coral Oaks Golf Course. We have our model aircraft show, which is the Gathering of the Giants. It's a newer event for us to know about, but it's going to be really fun, I think, for kids because they're going to also have a candy drop from the planes and a 50-50 raffle as well. Music and Arts Fusion Walk on March 14th. That's going to be downtown or South Cape. And then as well, we have our BMX Florida State Championship races between March 13th and 15th at our BMX Sports Complex. April 18th is going to be our Brew Fest at Cultural Park, and then also the Cape Coral Cultural Fest on April 25th. And I just wanted to highlight this tourism spotlight. It's not a particular, it's an area. So we have our Cape Coral Harbor that has several different restaurants, and really every day of the week there's live music down there. And I just wanted to highlight that that's a destination that your visitors can come into and enjoy dinner, drinks, and hear music from any of those 3 restaurants. It's typically out in the outside in the Rum Runners, the Joint Tiki Bar, which is in the center by the marina, and then at Fathoms Restaurant. So I just wanted to also mention that. It's always a good time. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. This time, any other cities like to be heard? City of Fort Myers, Councilman Boucher.
Fort Myers, thank you. Just an update. We're moving forward with the multi-purpose sports facility in Midtown. It's a 300,000 square foot venue. It'll dwarf anything around us, and there's nothing between Tampa and Miami that matches this. And part of the location is based on restaurants, hotels, because it's in Midtown. We have a scoping agreement in position with the developers out of Indianapolis, Card & Associates, and that's moving forward, and we'd like to see the county get involved because it will be a very fine facility, and we're trying to get the venue visit to the Central American Caribbean Games, which is an $8,000 participants in those games, and they'll be in July, so we invite Jeff Milkey to come down with us. And I was in Cortina for the Milano Games, and that was an $8 billion revenue in 2 weeks. So sports and the arts pay off. So I have to plug that in there.
So this is going to be where the City of Palms Park is.
The City of Palms is being scraped off.
You guys are moving forward with tearing the demolition of that now. You're putting it out to bid now.
Yes, sir.
We actually tried to do that a couple of years ago. You guys didn't want to do it, but you're doing that now.
We've already budgeted for it, so the stadium, we've tried to do a reuse purpose for it, and there's just, it doesn't
Guys,
fit.
I don't have it up to date. Have you guys approved a plan for the sports facility and what it's going to look like as far as the concept?
I can send you the scoping agreement.
Good.
But it's all moving forward unless we get a hiccup. And, but it's also based on the hotels and restaurants. And I think I learned last week that why people come to Fort Myers, and one of them is the restaurants downtown. So thank you very much.
I wanted to have that Columbia. I was having people talking to me yesterday about the Columbia. We had that issue a few years ago, I think maybe before you got on the council, and they had it, and then we lost the Columbia. So anyway, so be a destination, that's for sure. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other cities? No? Okay. We have a special presentation with Cruz here. Allison? Cruz here. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, Allison.
I was hoping you bring some animals with you, but you not in that bag, I don't think.
Not in this bag.
Not even a raccoon or nothing? I mean, seriously.
No. Good morning, everyone. Allison Charney Hussey. I'm the Executive Director of Crow. And if I may take just a personal moment of privilege to say thank you to you all on behalf of Crow. The first thing that I saw in my news feed on Facebook this morning was a thank you and promoting Taste of the Islands, which officially starts tomorrow, Restaurant Week, and then the main event on the 21st. So I hope to see you all on Sanibel eating at our lovely restaurants and supporting Crow. So thank you for that. That support is wonderful. But today I'm here not only on behalf of Crow, but also on behalf of our conservation partners, the Sanibel Captiva Conservation Foundation, the Bailey Matthews National Shell Museum and Aquarium, and of course the Ding Darling Wildlife Society at Ding Darling. On March 1st, 2025, we launched the Sanibel Wild Mile. And you all supported that. It was at Taste of the Islands. It was the first check-in. And I have to say thank you. You really helped us get off on the right foot. And for a long time, our conservation partners have been talking about how do we promote, in a collaborative effort, our missions and our attractions. And so we had this brainchild of, was it the Conservation Corridor? Was it the Wild Mile? So we came up with the Wild Mile, and then in meeting with you all, one of the things that was promoted to us was this Wild Mile passport. And I'm happy to tell you that we feel like it was a success in 2025, and so much so that we are renewing again for 2026. So over the past year, we had 1,360 signups, 731 check-ins, and if you realize that 55% of the people that have signed up were from outside of Florida and 12 different countries. So how the passport works is when you visit one of our attractions, you check in. And once you have checked into all four, you get a prize. Look. I brought props. Ooh, ah. Ooh, ah. Ooh, ah. Thank you for the support. We are promoted, actually, John Lai, the Sandcap map. We have our own portion of Sanibel highlighted here as the Sanibel Wild Mile as well. So we've been promoting this not only through the Chamber, but through all of our efforts individually and promoting, making sure that we go to all four of our wonderful locations. So you'll see if you register for any of our newsletters, the Crow Connection is our monthly newsletter, the Sanibel Captiva Conservation Foundation, SCCF is what I'm going to say from now on, because you all know it as SCCF, their newsletters, how to download the passport, how to check in at different locations, and not only is it our locations, but also our events. So Taste of the Islands, Beer in the Bushes, all of these fun things. And of course, we've also been featured in the Sanibel Captiva Island Reporter, Gulf Shore Business, the Santiva Chronicle, on Beach Talk Radio News. All of these wonderful publications have featured our ads as helped by the VCB and the TDC. And you can see even on USA Today talking about the Sanibel Wild Mile and why it's important. We know that ecotourism is a strong driver to Southwest Florida and Sanibel and Captiva in particular. So it is more than appropriate that we use this effort of working together in collaboration for promotion. So I know you all have a busy agenda and you probably want to get back to work, but are there any questions that I might be able to answer?
Question? How are you doing after the hurricane the last few years? I mean, I know it changed out there as far as your building and everything. So.
Yeah, but we're resilient, right, John?
Word of the year.
That's the word of the year, or the word of the past 3 years. So in particular, Sanibel is really coming back. And as far as Crow is concerned, I'm excited to tell you that in just a couple of weeks, we'll be having a ribbon cutting for our new sea turtle complex that replaced our old one. It's a $3 million facility, also funded by the federal government. So we'll be excited to be able to take care of sea turtles again. As far as Crow is concerned, we are done with our rebuilding, and now we're just looking for future growth and being able to take care of the wildlife on and off island. But overall, the island is coming back. We are seeing traffic. No one is complaining about traffic out loud. Yet, we are happy to see those visitors, and again, we are just so supportive of and thankful for the support that you all have given us, not only to Crow, but all of the Wild Mile partners, and of course, our hotels and restaurants and businesses.
Well, thank you for the update, and hopefully the Sanibel does the roundabout will help with traffic in the future. But thank you for everything you do for the animals. I personally have been a supporter myself. So
I know, Cecil, you and your family have brought us critters, and maybe even take care of some critters at home. So
yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Next, we'll have the report from the Executive Director, Tamara.
All right.
What's some good news?
We do have good news. Had a good January. Bed tax collection came in at $6.3 million. It's up about 16% compared to January of 25. And fiscal year to date, we're at almost $18 million through January. So that's October through January as a reminder. Which is a 25% increase over that same period last year. As you have asked, we have, so you can see how that looks over the last few years. I'm particularly excited to see that the bar is only second to January of 22nd. January of 22nd, January of 22, excuse me, which is, of course, a year that will be very difficult to recreate for a long, long time because of that pent-up demand. But really good numbers to share with you today. So we're certainly on track and excited and hope that this momentum that we've started off 2026 with will continue into the complete year. Star report, finally seeing some moderations and those dips to occupancy. It's down a little bit, but not like we've seen. Coming in for January at 67% with a dip in ADR and RevPAR. And you can see how that looks for the last number of years, 8 years, I guess we're getting to. Next slide. Vacation rental occupancy is up, still certainly not at the level of hotel occupancy, but up, and of course ADR up there. I think you're seeing the condominiums come back online, both along the coast and inland, and some more vacation rental availability. So growth in occupancy there. No doubt that's impacting some of the occupancy in the hotels a little bit. I think some of our visitors are choosing to be closer to the sand and in the Gulf, so that may be impacting some of the inland hotel occupancy. Airport activity, as you know, we did have some winter weather in January, so down a teeny bit, but still a very strong January, almost 1.1 million passengers through RSW. I do want to give you a brief staff update. I want to announce a couple of promotions. Natalie Duran has been promoted to the Director of Sales. Natalie, you want to stand up so everybody can say? And Amanda Auer has been promoted to the Director of Operations. So very, it's nice when you have good people internally that you can put into these positions. I love when we can grow our own. Of course, the challenge with internal promotions means we still have a vacancy, but we're working on filling those vacancies. So we do have some positions posted or an interview process to fill their previous positions as well as some others. So just know that we continue to churn on staff. But, we have great people and we'll continue to have great people at the VCB. That is my pledge to you. Now I'd like to invite L.A. Thompson up, Leslie Ann, to come up and give you an update on marketing.
Thanks, Dam. Good morning, Council, members of the audience. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Leslie Ann Thompson. I am the VCB's Director of Marketing. Today I'm here to give you an update of the programs we've been working on, and it's a pleasure to be able to step back for a minute and just look at our body of work. First, I'll share a few results from recent partnerships, then I'll highlight some of the packages we're currently working on and give you a brief overview of things to come. In January, when Brian was here, he announced that Sports Illustrated Swimsuit would be in destination for a multi-location, multi-day photo shoot. That they came, but while unexpected weather created some challenges, we worked through them, and Captiva and South Seas were the backdrop for the 2026 WAGS digital issue. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with the term WAGS, it really just means Wives and Girlfriends of NFL Players. This issue launched on February 5th, the weekend right before Super Bowl, so it was perfect timing to create buzz. Each of the 6 women received their own cover and article, plus SI ran a story on our coastal island beauty. As the previous slide showed, to date, the feature generated 3.1 billion impressions. Let's say that out loud, 3.1 billion impressions, fueled by over 109 pieces of coverage. Some of the outlets are listed here, but that's not all. The print issue drops in May, and while I can't say too much at this moment, and I can't tell you which athletes were here, there's more to come. Next, I'd like to give you a quick update on our Kind Traveler Every Stay Gives Back program. Since launching last July with our 3 partners, we have raised over $5,600 for local charities. These funds have helped keep Lee County beautiful, clean 88 miles of roadway, and allowed Crow Clinic to provide nearly 1,700 weeks' worth of milk for multiple pups. We're grateful for the hotels who have partnered with us, as we couldn't have done this without you. This year, we're adding Every Adventure Gives Back. So we're welcoming eco-tour operators to join and any additional lodging partners who want to be a part of this program. If you're interested, please reach out to Nancy McPhee. She's the one coordinating this. Next, let's talk about some of our winter and spring placements. Before diving into specific examples, I just wanted to zoom out for a moment and give you guys a visual of the winter and spring placements so you can more clearly illustrate our always-on approach. This doesn't show everything we're working on, but it shows a bunch of them. For a few years now, we've moved away from buying packages like one-off placements and lean into buying integrated packages with our media partners. And by integrated packages, I mean packages that have many multiple touch points, whether it's print, digital, social, web. And we do this because we want the audience to see a consistent message across platforms as opposed to isolated placement. So let's start with TasteMade. This package runs from January through to June, and campaign components include an updated hub and map, and streaming spots that invite viewers to unwind with sounds of nature. They're called Moments of Zen. There's also social video on Meta and Pinterest, a carousel, and streaming TV on their site. Let's watch the social
Here
video.
are a few hidden foodie gems off the beaten path for your next trip to the Fort Myers area. From farm fresh ingredients to dockside seafood, there's so much flavor to try in Southwest Florida.
Nice. Next, let's talk about Atlas Obscura. This outlet is a new one for us this year, and it celebrates the world's hidden wonders and unusual places. And they produced a podcast for us centered around Edison and Ford's Botanical Lab. In addition, the writers designed a custom itinerary curated around Fort Myers' unexpected architecture. Points of interest included locations all across the county, taking readers from Edison and Ford in Fort Myers to Shangri-La Springs in Bonita, Mound House on Fort Myers Beach, historic fish shacks on Pile Island, and more. With Travelzoo, we've refreshed our destination showcase, which is their fancy name for a custom landing page, and it highlights an area through impactful visuals and thoughtful storytelling. It includes video, images, a map, an inspirational copy that turns a spotlight on our parks and preserves, our beaches, our island hopping, arts and culture, family fun activities, as well as dining and nightlife. We've also added 2 new Just Feels Right TV spots to our campaign to keep the messaging fresh and to expand our audience appeal. They draw their inspiration from 2 of our 5 feelings, and these 2 are connected and playful, but the storytelling is from the lens of a multi-gen family and pet-loving couple. Let's watch the videos now.
Why Fort Myers? We just love exploring new things, don't we? Yes, we do.
I love exploring too. Just saying.
Good, we got a chuckle. The husband felt like an afterthought, didn't he?
Why Fort Myers? We get to take things slow.
But we probably never will.
Okay, Scott, I'm sure you recognize someplace in that video.
Yeah.
We shot it on Fort Myers Beach at Lagoon Getaway. Both these spots will run on connected TV screens like Amazon, Samsung, and Disney+. They'll also be used for pre-roll on platforms like TripAdvisor, TasteMade, and Pandora. As many of you know, we lost some inventory with our coastal beachfront venues that host weddings. To help maintain visibility and continue generating potential leads while hotels continue to reopen, we have increased our focus on promotional partnerships in that space. A new publication for us this year is Garden and Gun Weddings. It's digital only and focuses on highlighting the traditions, heritage, and style of Southern weddings. Our campaign with them includes a branded content article that lists iconic wedding venues around the destination, and social media and email promotion and display banners. This year, we're doing 2 honeymoon sweepstakes, one with Honey Fund and the other with David's Bridal. The one we did last year with Pink Shell was super successful with Honey Fund, so we're doing it again. Honey Fund helps engage couples create cash funds to support their honeymoon budgets. The lucky couple will get to relax and unwind at Hyatt Regency Coconut Point and Spa, and Twin Waters will be our partner for the David's Bridal giveaway. With just about 4 months to go, our FIFA World Cup strategy is beginning to ramp up. At the annual meeting, I mentioned that we were creating a soccer-focused landing page to coincide with when the Miami matches were announced in December. Well, that page is live. Now we're getting ready to add paid efforts to that as the tournament gets closer. We're working with a group called Elite Media Group to target confirmed World Cup travelers, specifically fans in the U.S. who are planning to attend matches in Miami, by encouraging them to use gaps in the schedule to visit our area. And this is what the creative looks like. We've decided to take a scroll-stopping approach. We did some research to see which were the matches that were most likely to be the most heavily attended, and we came up with Colombia, Mexico, Brazil, and Scotland. So we used the team colors there to bring the whole idea of the emotion behind fan culture to life, and we contrasted the excitement with the relaxation in our destination. So copy like feel the rush and then the hush. Roar, then explore. Open, full stands, open stands. And then the CTA is soccer fan savings, which leads to that website where we have the deals, we have itineraries and all that jazz. This is what one of the animated banners looks like. Okay. Next, we're excited to announce that we're moving to a digital visitor guide, or we're moving our guide to a new platform that enables a much more mobile-first experience with a modern digital magazine look and feel. It will include several new components, more video. We're going to do like a wellness and motivation video, and then it's also including like a bird call galleries where people can be able to hear the bird calls from around the destination. To accompany that, we're also doing a printed piece to support our visitor services team at the airport and our sales and international teams when they go to trade shows. It will feature a quick overview of the destination. URLs will lead to specific sections on the website. And it features a very colorful map, which will be very useful as you point people in different locations around the destination. That's what one side looks like. And this is what the other side looks like. It will also have QR codes that leads to our digital passes. For travel advisors, they'll be able to go directly to a list of hotels that offer commission. So we're hoping that this will be a very useful accompanying piece to the digital visitors guide. Now, can you believe, come June, it will be 10 years since we launched National Seashell Day? That was one of the first promotions we did when I joined the VCB, and I can't believe 10 years have passed already. We created this day back in 2016 to highlight the unique seashell culture of our area and inspire people to visit and experience it for themselves. In May, we will launch National Seashell Day sweepstakes, giving away a trip to Sundial Beach Resort and Spa, which is where we started. That's where we broadcast that day all those years ago. And we'll include the new Sanibel board game in that giveaway. That's a signed board game by the actual creator. John is going to be giving us one of those. And I know Simone and her team will do a small activation at the airport. On social, we're going to go crazy. Think shareable graphics, maybe a little unboxing with influencers, and possibly even pairing seashells to different neighborhoods and creating content around that. This June, we're also looking to do a wildlife summer push, a 2-month-long county-wide celebration of wildlife and conservation experiences that already define the destination. We'll wrap it around a wildlife-focused digital pass and create a landing page for everything to lead to. Of course, this is also perfect for social media. So picture things like did you know animal fact cards, guess the sound posts, wildlife trivia, and live streaming from wildlife spotting hotspots. We're super excited about this idea because it will be a way for us to invite families to slow down and fuel their curiosity-led discovery in a way that's truly authentic to us and who we are. Here's how you can be a part of it. If you have wildlife experiences at your hotel or your operator does wildlife outings, submit those offers and programs to us. We'll add them to the list of things we're putting together and curating. If you're having any wildlife special deals that you want to add, send them our way as well. And also share your conservation stories, anything behind the scene or educational moments that you think we can use in our content and our messaging. And Alison is going to be spearheading the Wildlife Summer Pass. That's not the official name yet, but we'll give you more information as details come into place. But we're super excited about this. And finally, I want to announce a save the date. We're bringing back the marketing and sales meetings that we used to have years ago. They'll serve as an opportunity for us to hear from you more frequently and also to allow us to give you updates on a more regular basis. And bring in guest speakers when applicable. The first set of meetings are taking place on April 21st and April 22, And we've moved them around to make it more accessible for people. So they're in 2 different locations. The Residence Inn by Marriott, Fort Myers Sanibel will be the first one. And then the DoubleTree by Hilton at Bell Tower Shops will be the second one. Our guest speaker that day will be Carol Johnson. She's going to be talking to us about how you can manage your online reputation, how to get the most of your TripAdvisor listing and your online presence. So come early for networking. We'll have networking from 8 to 8:30. The program starts at 8:30. The VCB will go on, give our updates for the first half an hour, and then Carol will take the floor at 9. So I will also serve a continental breakfast. So we look forward to seeing you there. And before I move on, I just wanted to say there's one other save the date I wanted to add. Allison asked me to add. We're doing our mangrove planting in April as well. If those of you who were at the annual meeting and decided to be foster mom and dads to our little baby mangroves, it's time for them to find a permanent home. So we're going to be planting mangroves with SCCF on April 27th, April 29th, and May 1st. If you have a plant, there's a QR code on a sticker on the plant. Please scan that code so you can get the link to sign up to come and plant your baby. Or if you want to reach out to Allison right here, she can send you the link to do that right away. And that's all I had for you this morning. Are there any questions?
Any questions?
Yes, Rob?
Those meetings, do you intend on having them more frequently, those marketing meetings?
Yes. For the moment, I think we've plotted like 3 on a quarterly basis we're hoping to do. So we will continue to send that information out via our newsletter, but the first one is April, and I think the next one is going to be sometime over the summer.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Anything else? Great, thank you.
With that, council, unless you have a question for me, that is my report.
Thank you. Moving on to council information. Tamara, you don't have anything for the council?
There's some articles in your packet for you to read, but other than that, I don't have any additional things to share, sir.
We'll come back to council for any comments. Councilman Boucher, do you have anything? No, sir. You good? No? I'm good. Okay.
No, sir, thank you.
We're making a quick meeting this morning, Bill.
We had an unbelievable shrimp. It had been one of the biggest, well before Ian, and also the Pink Shell won best float. But on the good news, Fox News came out with a national article, and they had the top searched U.S. spring break destinations: Key West, Destin, South Padre Island, Lake Havasu, and Panama City were the top spots. But as of resorts here in the U.S., those in Florida saw the most searches, and the Pink Shell Resort and Marina in Fort Myers Beach was number 1. So. It was the float. It was the float.
It was the float that did it. Yeah, amazing attendance, so congratulations.
Oh, it was packed. It was great to see it back.
Brian, you have anything for the Hyatt?
Nothing today, thank you.
Great, thank you. Sir?
Yeah, following up on that, but the Lions Club actually raised twice as much money as they did last year. So the beach is back. We also celebrated the town of Fort Myers Beach, our 30th anniversary on Friday, which was fantastic. We've got some great things coming up. St. Patrick's Day, we're having a parade on the south end of the island, Saturday at 10 o'clock. So there'll be a little traffic, but traffic's good. And then, of course, Tuesday, St. Patrick's Day, we're having a big festival down by Bayside Park. The Weaves are playing at Nervous Nellies, so it's always a great time to come down. And if you're not Irish, you're Irish for a day. So come on down to visit.
John, do you have anything?
Just wanted to announce that Good Housekeeping just awarded the 48 coolest new toys to get this year, and the Sanibel board game was in the top 10. So very excited about that.
Benita, a couple of news items. I don't even know if Tamara knows this, but I'm sure you're all aware of the Wonder Gardens, the transition, what we've done there, extremely proud of it. And unfortunately, last week or week and a half ago, Neil Anderson, our executive director, who's been a huge catalyst in making all this happen, announced he's retiring, moving back to Green Bay. So if you don't need directors or garden directors nationally, we're putting on a search. It's already started
but we're going to need an executive director down there. Went to a public forum last night. We had an outside consultant come in and examine all the parks and facilities in Bonita, and I was delighted to find that they graded Bonita's park facilities, public facilities, above grade to exceptional. So, maintaining the facilities where people come down and visiting. Thinking about that, 2 weeks ago, we had our annual cleanup day. If you went back 10, 15 years ago, we would fill 2 of the large construction dumpsters that were those things 30, 40 feet long. We had 1 small dumpster, we couldn't get it half full. So the people are there, but people are taking care of the community. It's a very welcoming place to come to.
Thank you.
That's it. Thank you.
Ron?
Great to see season in full swing for everybody. Just power through it. That's it.
Great. Thank you. Steve Hennigan's here from the RSW. I didn't call you earlier. I didn't know if you had anything for anybody or anything. I know Carol couldn't make it today, but anything good or bad from RSW?
We are pumping. We have 1.8 million seats this month, and our roadway was backed up. It's not a good thing, but backed up almost to before the 7-Eleven inbound yesterday. And so right now, that first bank is coming through, and the people are here. You can't necessarily confirm, but all the stuff going on in Mexico might have helped our community. We'll get some seats, but if you're traveling, give yourself a little extra time. The other added constraint is all the stuff with TSA. CBP Global Entry is back. We're not having the impacts from a TSA standpoint. Our impacts are just the normal volume that we would have this time of year. But inbound, when you're looking at your road is impacted on a Wednesday, that's telling you something. So I think it's kudos to all the work that everybody's been doing for the past several years to open everything up and welcome everybody back.
Great. And thank you to you and your team. If nobody's been out to the airport lately to see what it looks like from the distance, you can see it 2 miles away. I'm actually going to tour in a couple weeks myself. Some other board members are going to take a tour of the internal construction part of it, but it's amazing how big it is now and how different it's going to look in another year or two. So get a chance, you probably get with Steve's team if you want to get a tour on site. Go.
What's the date of be done date?
So he is looking to come on probably a little over 2 years, and the consolidated checkpoint will be in 3 years.
3 years.
I had the opportunity to fly out Wednesday of last week, I think it was, up to Tallahassee. Normally I drive my car and I park right up on the top level of the parking garage.
Right.
And just walk down 1 flight of stairs and across the gangway, and I can usually get a spot right in the front there, but I had to follow people to find a spot on the upper level of the parking garage for them to pull out. But then when I got to TSA, there was a line that I'm not normally used to, and I have to say the number of volunteers that you have there and the people directing got us through that line in no time. So it was a fantastic experience.
Yep.
And yesterday the garage actually closed. It's not Christmas, it's not Thanksgiving, but we were impacted. But I think the partnership, not only with our Red Vest, but with the VCB, VCB is mobile. Simone's doing a tremendous job out there. I mean, everybody is clicking, and we just opened up the new walkway at door 2. So we closed door 5 walkway yesterday in preparation for that road to expand. So there's a lot going on there, but we're managing it. And again, that close collaboration with all of our partners really pays dividends.
And just to add, we have Steve going to give you an update on everything at the airport at our May TDC meeting. Next month, we'll have an update from Brian Griffin, the CEO of Visit Florida. So we have 2 great speakers. We had a great speaker today, Allison. We're going to have 2 more great speakers in a row for you. So Steve will give you a full update on all the activity at RSW in May.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Steve.
Awesome, Steve.
Okay. Well, if we don't have anything else, any other comments before you adjourn? No? We're all okay. Thank you.